Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today's super fun, a little brisk. It's a little early in the morning, that's typical to like early spring or early fall in Colorado. But today, more importantly, we'll be talking about Lone Tree, Colorado, and everything that you guys should know.
We've been getting a ton of requests for this. Let's go. What's up guys, I'm Eli Schmidt, this is my partner Will Grimes, and if it's your first time checking out our channel, welcome. And hey guys, we drop a new video every Tuesday and Thursday telling you everything there is to know about moving to or living in the entire Denver, Colorado area. So if you've not done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
100%, and we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. But with that being said, Lone Tree, Colorado, super cool. Yep. It's kind of tucked away in between some really big stuff that we talk about. So believe it or not, if you haven't heard of it before, it's not a bad option. I mean, it's between Denver Tech Center and Castle Rock.
Highlands Ranch.
Highlands Ranch and
Centennial.
Castle Rock, Highlands Ranch and Parker, Highlands Ranch and Southeast Aurora. We're gonna show you a topographical map right now and show you exactly where it's at. And just to give you some cliff notes, it's pretty much right off of like I-25 and Lincoln Boulevard.
Yes, and also guys, if you guys are coming out here to visit, a lot of you guys ask us, hey, where's a good place for us to stay that's kind of central, that has hotels and stuff, where we could go and explore north, south, east, west, Denver metro area, and Lone Tree is always my top suggestion. And that really comes down to, guys, how much really commercial development there is around here. There are a ton of homes, and unlike any other city in the Denver metro area, I feel you're gonna have the biggest variety of homes that are out here, because you're gonna have a lot of single family homes, but a lot of townhomes, condos, and apartments, and with all the commercial stuff, a lot of hotels as well.
Correct, so not as big as like a Castle Rock, not as big as like a Southeast Aurora, but you get so much. You've got Lone Tree Art Center, you've got the Douglas County Public Library, which is right behind us, you've got Charles Schwab campus, you've got Target,
the best
Target,
one in Colorado.
A huge Target.
Just want to say welcome to Target. Just want to say welcome to Target to somebody. Welcome to Target.
With like underground parking. I'm literally looking at it right now. It's huge, and the townhomes and condos that are over here mixed in with brand new builds. And you've even got some modern new builds that are like 3 or 4 stories high. They're like more narrow. You got rooftop decks on them. And then you've also got like your super impressive modern homes. And then you've got your traditional huge homes that you would find in like Highlands Ranch, but they were built out here a lot later than Highlands Ranch, which means a lot of them are more updated than Highlands Ranch, right? So we've seen some inventory pick up out here in Lone Tree, which is another reason why we wanted to come out here and just give you guys a little bit more sight on scene.
In addition to that, you're gonna have the Skyridge Medical Center, which is one of the biggest medical campuses.
Where our son was just born. How did I forget that? Out of everything I should be talking about, it should be that. And I will tell you, they did a great job from all of the appointments that we had with baby Cam. And then
such a business guy. The doctor
like,
meetings.
Hey, so how's this going to go, doctor? You're like, hey, Will, you've had nothing to do with it. Sit down. And then I just sat down.
The meetings with the doctor, yes.
But really cool. We actually decided to use this facility because my significant other's team of doctors and nurses and everything actually moved their team to Skyridge from Parker Adventist.
Ah, okay, yep.
Both phenomenal experiences, but yes, as a reminder, long story long here, the medical campus here of Skyridge is here.
Yeah, and you know, as far as lumping Lone Tree into a category, I would call it suburban, but you guys have heard us use the urban suburban phrase before.
You've never heard me say that.
It almost applies here just because thank you. Just because of how much commercial development there is really intermixed in between all of the different types of housing out here. Like with the Park Meadows Center or Park Meadows Mall that we have out here, you're gonna have a ton of really nice restaurants, a ton of cool bars, obviously all the cool traditional like mall stores and stuff. But then around there, restaurants like Snooze, which is really, really good for breakfast and brunch.
Perry's Steakhouse.
Perry's Steakhouse,
Yard House.
Really good place. Yard House, Monk and Mongoose Coffee. We're gonna show you guys all of these places here. Coming here, best suburban nightlife vibe that I think you're probably gonna find in any city that we have.
Without going, I mean, even it's probably arguably better than like Denver Tech Center, because Denver Tech Center, although has Jing and a couple really cool places, those are really cool lunch and happy hour places. They're not necessarily open super late, and if they are, it's just typical dinner or just a longer happy hour versus like some things that you get out here in Lone Tree. Obviously, you guys can probably hear a little bit of like the airplanes that fly over. They are not big planes. They all come from Centennial Airport off of Arapahoe Road. So you've got a lot of private planes. You've got a lot of prop planes that go up. So you'll hear them. It's not a nuisance or anything like that. It's definitely not DIA or anything like that, but something to be aware of as well.
All right, now let's talk education. So in Lone Tree, guys, this is the Douglas County School District, the same as Parker, the same as Castle Rock, the same as Highlands Ranch.
Yep.
And that's always in the top 5. So when it comes to schools, this is as good as they get.
Whether it's academically or athletically, you've got a lot of big 5A schools out here that compete in a lot of it, right? So if you guys got families and that matters to you, definitely in a good spot. If you don't have any families and you're not necessarily overly concerned with good school districts, just understand that your resale value, right? Somebody that's buying your property could have a family, and that could matter to them. So the more boxes you can check when you're reselling your property is always something that's important. We always talk about that as well. So something to think about, but either way, you guys are in a good spot.
Now, if living close to where you work is something that's important to you guys, a lot of Colorado is a driving state. All of Colorado is a driving state, right? However, Lone Tree is the one exception where, hey, if you're working at Skyridge, if you're working at Charles Schwab or any of the other surrounding commercial spaces that are around here, man, this is gonna be walkable. It's very much a live, work environment that you're gonna find here.
Definitely, and it does have the light rail station here. So if you wanted to go all the way downtown, or if you wanted to commute just to Denver Tech Center, you do have the light rail system here. I'm not sure how far it goes down into like Lincoln, but I know for sure to Park Meadows Mall, you've got a huge substation for the light rail system, obviously for Park Meadows Mall. But if you were to walk from here to Park Meadows, it's doable. It'd probably take you about 15 minutes to walk. If you just wanted to drive and park your car over there and then take the light rail into DTC or to all the way downtown, also possible. So for any urban, suburban areas, this is the only that you can actually light rail all the way downtown from.
Now let's talk health, fitness, nature, lifestyle, all that.
Oh yeah.
It's happened here on Saturday night's main event. The Mega Powers, the Mandis, Macho Man Randy Savage.
I would flex my biceps right now. I worked out with this Army Ranger buddy of mine. He's 6'4", 250. He's a house. And he was curling 175. Not that you guys even care about this, just understand. He was on the preacher curl, curling 175. We were curling grown men. I don't know what we're proving. I only got up to 145, and I was like, hey man, I got kids. I got a baby at home to carry. I can't even give you guys a good flex. So mildly interesting. You guys don't care. Maybe you like to make fun of me. I definitely, to my credit, I was already halfway through my workout when he decided to show up because he sleeps in.
Fair enough.
And all he does is curl.
Shout out to Randall.
Hi Randall. We also helped Randall buy a property.
Yes,
super good dude, super good buddy.
Yes, yes.
That just was not a very friendly thing to do. Either way.
Now,
digressing.
If you're not out there curling grown men, maybe a nice trail walk in Lone Tree, Colorado sounds
I've been loving the trail lately.
Sounds like something that might be appealing to you, and there's not going to be any shortage of that out here, guys. For how really small Lone Tree is, there are so many parks, there are so many trails, there's so much open space out here, and because we sit just north of Castle Pines, you really start to get into some of that beautiful Castle Rock, Castle Pines landscape that you guys hear us talk about all the time.
And just overall, Colorado is very healthy, very active, right? You've got a huge 24-hour fitness over here off of, I think it's County Line. You've got Vasa Fitness over here. I think there's a Colorado Athletic Club that's not too far, in addition to the rec centers that you guys are gonna have in these neighborhoods that you could also utilize to your benefit for fitness.
Now, a ton of family activities out here too, guys. This is probably one of the best public libraries that we have, as well as the Lone Tree Arts Center that they have, and then that rec center that he just mentioned. Guys, there's so much family activity that is going on here all the time. Matter of fact, when we come out for, the library or anything, this is where we're taking our family. Same with the Target that's out here. So there's not going to be a shortage of places to live, places to have good education, to have good family activities, to go shop. Lone Tree really does have it all. The one thing that I would say that you guys should know about the housing out here is that you're not gonna find really any big lots, okay?
Right.
You're gonna find a lot of big houses, but not really big lots.
And let's talk about that a little bit, right? Because of all the benefits of the Lone Tree Art Center, the malls, the Charles Schwab campus, the townhomes, the condos, the overgrown. That's like if Randall was a Target, it'd be that one.
Would be.
It's huge and belligerent, and it's probably abusive, right? But because you have a lot of great amenities, but within a smaller proximity, Lone Tree is not the biggest city that there is, right? It's not even close. So to fit all of this into this location, you're just gonna you gotta give a little bit, and where you're giving is just the personal lot sizes. It's not that they're inadequate or you can't have a dog in your backyard or anything like that. They're just not significantly big. If you get out onto the golf course, there's a golf course here. We'll show you guys some drone footage of that as well. But because you've got so many parks, you've got the golf course, you've got recreation centers, there's plenty of things to do and take advantage of when it comes to just outdoors. It's just not gonna necessarily be right in your backyard.
Well, and I think a big reason for that too is because how many people live here because they work nearby. And hey, when you're busy in the medical industry, when you're busy in the finance world, working at Charles Schwab,
you're probably not mowing your lawn.
Probably not mowing your lawn.
And if you are, you probably want it done in 20 minutes. minutes. You don't want it done in 4 hours.
Yeah. So again, you're gonna see a lot of townhomes that are low to no maintenance, and then the big homes, you know, 3, 4, 5,000 square feet that you're gonna see out here, you're just not gonna see a big lot because people want the big home. They don't want to spend time on the lawn.
For entertaining, invite people over, whatever it may be. And I'll tell you this, because of the demand of Lone Tree and being here, like having a smaller lot size does not mean that you're gonna have a smaller ROI on your return as far as like your investment of selling it one day. This is still a great demand. It's been one of the most solid places here in Colorado overall. So there's just a different value out here versus like, Will, I need a bigger yard because that's more square feet, excuse me. My pulled biceps, what little brain I have. It's not. Like, price per square foot is a thing. Just know that price per square foot here is more expensive per square foot, right? So you guys are still getting your ROI by far.
Yes. Now, the last thing that's definitely worth mentioning, just because this is so Colorado, is the biggest and best Cabela's that you could ever want or need is right down here.
Huge, you guys. They've got flannels. They've got blankets. Anything that you guys need when it comes to toys, outdoor accessories. And if you guys have not lived in Colorado before, you probably want to go hiking. You probably want to go camping or just go enjoy some of the KOA campgrounds or whatever it may be. If you can't find what you need at that place. And I will say this, not that we're sponsored by Cabela's, but if we were sponsored by Cabela's, because Cabela's is watching this, that would be awesome. Everybody I've ever asked questions to there is very informative, very kind, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, I'm not the most outdoorsy guy nowadays. And when I was, it was in the Marine Corps. And they didn't necessarily give you anything for that. We were just outside. We didn't have all this stuff for camping. You dug a hole, right? That was like below ground level, so it would cut down on the wind that's blowing against you. They would just have you dig into the ground to cut down on wind, and then you were just in your little bivvy sack, right? Like, you guys don't care. Point is, they've got a lot of cool stuff, and they know a lot about it. It's fun. Bringing my 4-year-old son there is a lot of fun, and it's right off of 470, right? So it's not hard to commute. So even if you don't live in Lone Tree, but you're interested in stuff like that, it's not hard to get to.
So guys, whether it's the shopping with Park Meadows Mall, the dining with Perry's Steakhouse, the beautiful homes, the beautiful golf courses, the beautiful schools, and just city community amenities, guys, it is so hard to beat Lone Tree. Man, if you guys are coming out here just to pay a visit, explore some areas with us, it's a great place to grab a hotel. It's a great place to go explore. You're right on 470 to go east and west. You're right on I-25 to go north and south. I can't think of a better spot.
If I had to live somewhere else outside of Southeast Aurora right now because of how well we need to commute south, how well we need to commute north all the way to Boulder, for all of you guys that are clients of ours, it would probably be Lone Tree because it has everything my family needs. It's close to medical, it's got great schools, and we're right off of 470, so I can still travel east, west, south, north, how I would need to. So man, for all of those needs, a lot of really cool stuff. If you guys have any questions, I'm gonna throw that number back up below with the short arm today, a little T-Rex arm because of my biceps, Randall. But that number that's still up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails because we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So, anything we can do to help you guys, we would love to. With that being said, I'm gonna go get some creatine or some glutamine.
I know.
And we will see you guys on the next video.
See you guys.